I'm Lisa Silverbrand from Recreated Designs, and you're watching Hometalk. We all have loads of cookie tins left over after the holidays, and I want to show you a really cute idea today to get your life organized for the new year. So I'm going to start with this tin right here, and I'm going to remove the lid because I don't need the lid for this project. So I'm going to take the lids off my tins. And I've made sure to already wipe out my tins and make sure they're nice and clean on the inside. For this project, I want to make my stripes going up and down on my tin. So you could do this either way. You could put it sideways or you can put it vertical. And I'm going to go vertical today as I have enough to go right around my tin with this paper. So I don't need a very thick strip of this paper. I'm going to unroll it. And most contact papers have grids on the back, so they're super handy to use. So I'm going to cut my contact paper right about here. And all you need is a pair of scissors. When you're working with contact paper, it's always easiest to start at one side and not to peel the back off the paper all at once. This will keep it from sticking on whatever surface you're putting it on here. So I'm just going to peel the back off a little bit like this, and you can even press it down to fold it. Now I want to find the seam on my tin, which is right here, and I want that to be at the back. So I'm going to make that seam somewhat near to where the seam of my paper is going to be, just so that it hides that. I'm going to pull that back a little bit more, and I'm going to start right here and just place my tin right down on the contact paper. As I'm working, I'm going to pull this back a little bit more and just roll my tin along. You want to make sure it's even, so I'm just going to double check here. I want to start smoothing out my bubbles. Tins can have a little bit of ledges or the bottom on, and that's okay. Contact paper is usually quite pliable, so you can just push it and smooth it out as you're going. If you have a flat surface, you can also use a points card to just smooth it out or get a nice crease around those edges as well. Now we want to finish off the top and bottom, and what you're going to do is take a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to make some slits. I have to do them fairly close together because it's quite a big piece, so I'm just going to go right around my tin here with some slits. And then you want to start peeling these papers, pushing these papers down and under that bottom lip. And look how nice that is. We're getting a beautiful edge right along there, and you can just keep working around. And there you go, we've got our bottom finished, and you can just run your fingers around to make sure you have a nice crisp seam there and no bubbles. And we've got the whole bottom finished of our tin there. Now we want to do the same to the top. So again, we're just going to make some little slits along, just in case they do overlap. They shouldn't overlap as much on the top. You can start turning down your paper and just push it to the inside of your tin the same way we did on the bottom. Now, since I'm choosing to leave the lids off my containers here, I want to finish that inside just a little bit nicer. And we're going to use this piece on the inside of the tin like this to just finish off that edge and make it look really nice and finished on the inside. And this is going to be just a little bit thick for the inside, so I'm just going to trim off a little bit here. Just going to trim it down a little bit. If you were keeping your tins closed and using the lid, you wouldn't need to finish off the inside. But because I want mine to be open and I'm going to use them for organizing, I'm going to finish off that edge. If you want your tins to be closed though, you could do the exact same process on the lid of the tin, and then you can just slip your lid on when you're done. And what I'm going to do with this piece is actually roll it backwards. And this will just make it easier to work with when I'm putting it inside my tin. So I'm going to roll it right up here. So I've got just a little bit going there. I'm going to fold it down to keep it. So I'm going to put this right inside where it matches up. I'm going to put it right under the lip on the inside. And I'm just going to start sticking that edge down. Now that I've got that in there, I can let it go. And I'm just going to pull this back as I go right around the inside of my tin. And I'm just pulling the backing off and using my other hand to stick it down. And there you go. It was literally as easy as that. It took us not long at all, and we've got this beautiful tin now, not Christmassy anymore. And this is a way that I can do all of my tins and show you. You could use this on things like soap dispensers, mirrors, all kinds of things. Contact paper is such a great way to update the things in your home. It is easy to apply and just as easy to take off if you change your mind or you change your decor style. I hope you'll grab some contact paper the next time you're at the store and think of all the ways that you can update your home with contact paper. I'm Lisa from Recreated Designs. Thank you so much for watching Home Talk. I'll see you next time.